then you can ask as long as you can remember. But if you can't remember, you might want to like put it in the chat right away. So I hope you can see the other screen. The other screen has some, I just want to show you that I put another thing. I know this helpful information to class is getting bigger and bigger, but I just want you to know, look at this proper headings for essays. I put that in there today because you're going to be in the assignment this week, you're going to be writing a short essay. Okay, so look in there for the proper way to head them, my expectations. And just to remind you that it's Cambria font, 12 point, double space. But I have that all in here. Okay, remember the title, it can be in cap, you know, the first letters in caps. Don't make it bold, don't make your title ginormous. And then indenting, just showing you some reminders, although this one's a little bit too short for the assignment, but it was just kind of showing you. So take a look at that, please, just as reminders. So if you scroll down to today, the first thing now, I just totally learned about something new. So the first thing you're going to do, I don't know if you guys know this or not. Well, if I had you last year, you would know. I mean, I think I told you, if you happen to be listening in class, I talked about, it's really weird, but listening is one of our standards. We do have listening standards. I thought that was kind of funny. I mean, we have standards for math and for writing about, you know, everything, but there's also listening standards to making sure you understand questions and can answer them. So what I'm doing is I'm going to show you a video. And this video is really short, like 6 minutes long. You're like, that's way too long. Okay, it's 6 minutes long. And it's about, it just talks about, so in this instructions in 1982, it's all about it's really cool. It shows the old games, what the old computer games look like. So the personal computer, I don't know if you knew that in 1982, in Time magazine, the computer was the man of the year, which is funny because usually it's a human, but they did the computer. So they set about in Australia to create the world's best text-based adventure game. So text-based, so the whole thing was in text, you know, and it's kind of like now when they do it now, but this is the original one, it was the first one. So you guys, I know some of you that aren't into video games, I'm sorry. But the whole thing, even me, who is not interested in video games, it was so interesting seeing what they did and how they based it off of the book, The Hobbit, which is this huge book. So this girl, it's about this lady he just hired this, and I'm telling you the whole thing, but it's crazy because this guy who did it, funded it all, he just hired a couple college students to do this for him. So I just thought it was just crazy. So anyways, you're gonna watch it. I'm just sorry, I just was interested. I'm not even really into those. But so what I would suggest you doing is copy and paste these questions onto a Google Doc and then answer the questions on there. Okay, copy and paste them onto a Google Doc so that way you can make sure you answer all the questions. Make sure they're complete sentences. So if you want to read through them and just make sure so you kind of know what you're looking for, or if you need to watch the video twice, there it is right there, The Hunt for the Hobbit's Missing Hero. Because what's weird is the college student that did all the text for it, read the book and then did all the text for it, she all of a sudden disappeared. So it's just really, it's gonna be crazy when you find out where they found her. That is the craziest thing. Sorry, it really was. So anyways, that's our first assignment. Is there any questions on that, or you just want me to wait until the end? Make sure you answer the questions in complete sentences. All right? All right, it's pretty simple, that one is. All right, my next one is, so now is your short essay, and it's also about technology. So what you're going to do, it's kind of like what I did in the spring when I had you guys, if you did it, I don't know who all did it, some people didn't, but you're gonna write, so you're gonna choose one prompt from below to answer on a Google document, okay? So so the one I had you guys write about in spring was about coming up with an app, designing an app and trying to sell the app. Okay, so this is kind of along the same lines as that. So choose one prompt from below to answer on a Google document. It must be at least 25 sentences long with at least 3 paragraphs. So the purpose of a short essay. Oh, remember, your paragraphs must have at least 4 sentences in them to be a paragraph. Okay, so make sure you look at those things. So these are your 2 prompts. So I'm just letting you know the purpose of a short essay is not to go on and on 4 or 5 pages long. Although I know a lot of you guys can do that. Sometimes when you're asked to do a short essay, the purpose of it is to be short. That we don't want it to be page after page after page, even though it could be. All right, so just know within my short essay, I don't expect it to be super long. Okay, but it has to have at least, when I say at least, it has to have at least those things. Because the purpose of a short essay is to make sure you can get all of it packed in, all your information packed in a short, that doesn't take you long, like in a short paper. Do you understand? That's the point of it. So for those of you that are like, cool, short essay, okay? So the whole point is to get to the point, have everything concise and great vocabulary and everything put in to the short document. So the first one is you choose one of these, either technology of the future or design a game app website, okay? Not all of that, see the slashes, but please don't use slashes in your thing. So the first one, technology of the future. We have computers, laptops, and smartphones that can do so much for us. What do you think technology will be like in the future? Describe a typical day using technology. That doesn't even make sense. I need to edit that. I'm so embarrassed right now. Describe a typical day using technology. It will be in the future. No. So in the future. I need to take this out. Excuse me a second. In the future. I'm just going to save that. How embarrassing. Okay. And that's saved. And I'm recording this whole thing. And so everybody can see me. But that's all right. It's my life. So the second prompt is, so you're going to describe your day. So that's how you could easily get 3 paragraphs in there. You could easily get 3 paragraphs. Morning, noon, night, right? In 3 paragraphs. Second one, design a game or an app or a website. Pretend I'm giving you all the money you need to produce and sell a product. So like whatever you want to sell on your website or whatever you want to sell with your app or whatever with your game, I'm giving you all the money you need to have this, okay? So you need to present your product to me, kind of like Shark Tank. If you watch that show, they only have a certain amount of time to present their stuff. They have to hook those Shark Tank guys in and gals in a short amount of time. So just remember that. You gotta get me hooked. You need to present your product to me, explain what it would be about, what it would be used for, and why people would want it over other games, other apps, other websites. You don't have to say they would want it over this game because no, just say, why would they want it so badly? Why is it necessary? Why would it be useful? What makes it so the best? All right, please make sure you use formal language because an adult, I'm the adult giving, so reading it, no slang, no text lingo. I also want to remind you down at the bottom is like again, the prompt for proper heading for the essays. That kind of is on there again, just to remind you. So this will be on a Google document. So with that, I'm going to stop recording right now.